Hey everybody, uh, back working on the True Tone. Uh, I looked at my last couple videos on my upload. I'm not a YouTube expert by any means, and I said a lot. I'm gonna try and cut down on that. I probably won't be saying it as much, but if there's awkward silences, it's just me saying in my head. So please excuse me for that. Uh, See, there it is. Got it all set up for the glue up of the neck block, the busted neck block. Hopefully we can make that work and make a structurally sound joint there, because that's really the basis for the whole neck uh, being serviceable really and staying where we glue it. So show you what the setup is. I did go ahead and make a give me a little setup, put my camera on so I can at least do a decent job of making a video. And also, in order to verify that we got glue in this joint all the way through, I had this camera and I really didn't think about using it. I don't know how that's going to work. Yeah, that's going to work. As you can see, this is of course a camera that I fished up into the body of the guitar there, and it's got its own little light and everything. But as you can see, well, that's harder to do than I thought. Right here, we're wanting to see glue coming out of this before we clamp up. I'm going to put glue in from the outside, and hopefully if we can get it to go through there. See, that's not a good angle. Let me see if I can get on here. There we go. You can see that crack there. I got me a little wedge cut, and I've lifted the crack open a little bit. I have an air compressor, but I'm just going to try and hit it with this can of compressed air. I'll be using Titebond. Guess we don't need the flashlight on that. I'm going to chase a little bit of warm water through there ahead of time, just to verify on the camera that we got penetration all the way through that crack. And we'll see how that works. So let me back up here just for a second so you can see what's happening. It always helps me with other folks making videos. But there's the work area. Got a little stand set up. We'll be putting the camera up there and looking down at the guitar. And I think I showed you in the previous video, V8 Jaguar, little project car there going on there. And the wife's car, just a residential 2-car garage. So let me get you mounted up here. Get on this like that. And hopefully you won't just see my elbow while I'm working. Good job. Tripping over the stand there. I'm not real video savvy. You know, I'm not going to edit this. This is going to be a one-shot thing. So if there's mistakes, you'll be riding along with me. And of course, as always, there's a little green guy there. Scowling at us while we work. We So apparently I'm more than one person. Get a little glue ready here on a piece of cardboard. I'm going to be applying that with a little brush. We'll start with the water. See if we can't. Oh yeah. You can't see it, but I got water all the way up to the top of the crack on the camera view inside. So I'll try and get you over there where you can see that. But we did get water penetrated through that little drop poured down through the inside of the body there. You can see, of course, at the largest area it had the best amount of bleed through. So I think we're ready. I think we can do this and get good penetration through that crack. I'm going to start out here just being really generous. In addition to the crack, when we do the clamp up on this, I'm going to pull that wedge out and try and put some glue under that area as well and try to clamp this all in one step. I'm adding just a touch of water to my glue. It's a fresh bottle, but it's feeling pretty thick. So we got some good quantity in there. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing there, but I'm putting the straw right on the crack and just giving a little quick shot. No sign of glue inside yet, and we may not get it all the way through until we get a clamp on there. I can also see my inexpensive little brush here is giving up some bristles. So that's not ideal. The glue does seem to be going down into the crack. It's disappearing along the crack line at the joint. Get a little bit of glue out of here. I say that brush is pretty disappointing. It's really giving up a lot of bristles. I got this propped up at an angle as well, trying to get to, hopefully gravity can give me a little assist there, along with the capillary action. Do a little cleanup. We don't really need glue in all of this yet until the joint gets glued up. And so we'll see if we can see here for you what's going on so far. You can see it's kind of puddled in the crack there. Starting to see evidence of glue on the inside. On the camera shot there, we got a little bit up at the top, so that's good. We might be close to having enough in there. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit across the center portion. That was pretty open at the top. Of course, in this view, the top is to the right of your screen. So we'll hit the middle of that a little bit. I see evidence of glue all the way down there at that end of the crack. Let's see how much. Gotta say, I got this little brush from, or a set of brushes actually, from Hobby Lobby, and that's a little bit disappointing here to be losing so many bristles. I don't think it's really going to ruin the job, but it is an annoyance and making a little bit of a mess. Still trying to pump a little bit with these bristles. I was intending to use the pressure of the glue bottle to try and squeeze down into that area, but the way the bottle's made, it really just didn't fit down in there where I felt like it was going to be helping much of anything. So also like to not make a mess inside of the guitar if I could help it, because cleanup's going to be just about impossible. There are some attachments that click on the end of that camera, and if I can catch it in time, I may try and, I don't know, zip tie a little piece of rag or tie a little piece of rag on there and do a little wipe up on the inside if it looks like I drilled anything significant. Okay, just looking at the camera, it looks like I got a little area here that's not bleeding through yet. It's right in this section here. I hope you're not having to listen to a whole lot of noise. The fan and the air conditioner's on, so it's pretty hot down here in South Alabama this time of year. Okay, I'm feeling pretty confident that we got some quantity of glue through that surface. Gonna wipe up just a little bit here. You know, if you're somebody that's seeing this video, you know, I think I said at first when I started recording, I'm not an expert at this by any means, and I got online, I tried to find out something about all this, and I did. There's a lot of videos just like what I'm doing, but they mostly deal with, you know, building guitars, or you know, doing setups, or you know, even in the cases where they're antique instruments or something like that, and you know, it's being restored, they're in much better shape than what I'm dealing with here. So really, I'm kind of flying by the seat of my britches, and I'm just trying to document what was done and how it was done, and not so much as an instructional thing or anything like that, but if maybe we can find out together, if you're paying any attention to this, maybe we can find out if this this kind of repair is going to work. Okay, that looks pretty decent. I think I can live with that on this side. I'll show you what we got on the inside. Here we got a pretty good bit of smooths out. Wow, 20 minutes already. I really didn't intend for this to be a long video. So it looks like I may be trying to edit a little bit. I did want to just kind of record and upload and be lazy as far as editing. Not really trying to be a YouTuber in the sense of, you know, collecting a bunch of hits and trying to develop a following or anything like that. This is really just about this old guitar and in my mind. So and maybe, you know, if it does help you, then that's cool too. That'd be good. I know I've gotten a lot of help on stuff like this from YouTube. On a whole bunch of subjects, really, not just guitar stuff, but you see what I'm doing there? Yeah, so. Get that off of there. Clean this up just a little bit better. Just a slightly dampened rag here with water is all I'm using. Of course, Titebond is water cleanup if you're not familiar with it. I did do a mock-up on my clamping earlier, so go ahead and get that in place. You know, as I talked about in the other video, I'm gonna clamp across this joint directly above that broken area. Get some good pressure there, but not too tight. And I have cut a wedge this is a piece of a old belt. That's all that is, just something to do two things really: keep from smashing the wood, and also to focus the pressure on that area. Okay, that feels pretty good. Let's see what we got here. As you can see, my clamp up there. So I made that wedge plenty long. Let's see what we're looking at here. Oh yeah, we got squeeze out all along the joint the whole way, and there's, I can tell, all the way up to the, no, that's washing out, all the way up to the top of the crack. And back to our camera, I kind of jiggled it around a little bit so it moved it. So the view's a little different. Well, the view's not at all what we were looking at. Hang on just a second and see if I can get it back. Oh my goodness, I'm really losing it now. Okay, I'm not going to show it real well, but here is the inside. I did get some. Boy, everything's backwards. I had to get some drool in there. I'm going to try and get that out. But we did get squeeze out through the whole perimeter of the repair. Do a little wipe up on that and call it done. So anyway, that's the repair of the neck block. And like I said, I have no way of knowing whether that's going to be a lasting repair. Hopefully it will be. I went to a lot of trouble there to get good coverage with the glue. Kind of got inventive with a clamp in here in order to get some pressure on it, and things appeared to line up really well, so hopefully that'll work. Thank y'all for watching, and see you next time on this old guitar.